In your mind, it's all about the material, money this, money that, money this. It's not always about that for the Muslim that has the money, that have the money enough to hand over some wealth, whether it be half a date. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, he said, give to save yourself from the hellfire, even give half of a date, and it will help you. Not in this life, not in this life. Yeah, I'm talking to you about. You don't have to accept it. So like I don't accept. I don't accept what you believe. Yeah.
So it doesn't affect you when, like in religious scriptures, it says if you don't follow the word of God, you're going to hell. Because that's kind of what it is, right?
If that's what it is, and that's what it is. But for me,
you're going to hell for your lifestyle.
So do you think it's okay for a bunch of people, that you're walking past to literally think that guy's going to hell? It's going to get messed up.
Has anybody ever said that to you?
My family have told me that I'm going to hell many times.
But that's not everybody that believes that though.
Yeah. So not everyone believes it, but it's taught within the religion that if you don't follow, it's like a my way or highway. Of course, supremacist.
Does it bother you or not? Does it bother you?
Yes, supremacist ideology is.
But brother, if you don't believe in it, why does it bother you?
One at a time, please.
If you think you're supreme over me, you think you're better than me, that's a problem, because that causes arrogance. It causes ego. Right. When people get arrogant and people get egotistical, they tend to do some stuff based on the arrogance and the egotistical. We saw it with the invasions of Africa, because so what you had is you had the Catholic Church that were given the order by other Catholic priests in the 1400s to go and Christianize and civilize the infidel peoples of the planet. Pope Nicholas V. Who's that? By 1455, Pope Nicholas V, the Roman Catholic Church. This thing is so crazy. The Roman Catholic Church, folks, issued a papal bull, which is basically a decree, okay, that said it's okay for all peoples to enslave these African people. Nicholas V of the Roman Catholic Church issued a papal bull to go and enslave black people. That's what they were told. That's an arrogant statement to make. We've got something that the rest of the world need and want, so we're going to go out there and give it to them by any means necessary, because the ego and the arrogance was already in them, and that's what the religion causes.
Two things.
Is that what the religion? Is that what the religion causes, or is that what they used as a tool to go and to complete the mission that they wanted to achieve?
It causes it because
how did it cause it? That's what they used. If the religion, like I was saying before, if religion wasn't there, they'd still go and do the same things.
No, because the God of the religion is egotistical and arrogant. So if you're a follower of an egotistical and arrogant individual, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to be egotistical and arrogant. We're just going to go into the textbook definition of what a narcissist is. What is the first trait of what a narcissist is? Is to have an unreasonably high sense of self-importance and require constant, excessive admiration. Constant admiration. Does the God of Abraham, the Abraham religion God, require constant admiration? Yes. He requires you to consistently admire what he's done. As a matter of fact, not only does he require that, what he actually requires you to do is worship him. That type of admiration. In Islam, worship him 5 times a day. Because that's who you follow. You're trying to
that depends on the lengths of how you follow it. Everybody follows religion in different ways.
That's
just
true.
Like just like everybody who's non-religious is in different ways. Just like spirituality is different.
That's true. But the point I'm making is that the religion causes the arrogance.
It's Sarah, do you believe in hell and heaven?
I don't know.
So why does it bother you? You just said
because I've been told.
Let me ask the question out.
You ask why it bothers me. All right, go on.
Yeah, because we've got viewers. They have to follow it.
All right,
smooth,
bit by bit.
You know what I mean, yeah. So yeah. So if
I'm looking for a verse, you know.
If you don't believe it exists, why does it bother you if someone says to you, "You're going to go there when you die"?
Because what it does, I have a problem, I just said to you, with supremacist ideologies. Supremacist ideologies is what I have a problem with. You can tell me, say there's a white supremacist, and he could call me a nigger, right? Because of his supremacy, because he feels supreme over me. The fact that I feel like I'm supreme over you, you're going to hell. It's a supremacist ideology. You feel like you're better than me because you got something that I ain't got. And you can't even prove the thing that you got.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
mad.
tell you what it sounds like. Something that you just said, I'm a strong believer of, if you don't have, this is one of my own personal sayings, it's like it's something I've understands just from observing people over time. Something you just made a claim is that God is egotistical and what was the other word?
Arrogant.
Yeah. You'll find that sounds like you are actually that. And that's why it bothers you when someone says to you about you going to hell. It touches your ego. You don't, this is my opinion, like, obviously,
you're entitled to it.
Yeah, but I don't want to offend you. But I've got to call a spade a spade. Yeah, you can't offend me. If you're gonna say, someone else says to you, you're going to hell, you're saying that bothers you, but you don't believe in it.
You never heard what I said, and
I heard what you said, and you answered. No, I heard exactly what you said. I heard exactly what you said. Yeah,
doesn't matter what kind.
I'll speak about it. If someone said to me. Something that you said to me, Clint, when you die, you're going to go there. I don't believe it. It wouldn't touch me, and it wouldn't touch anyone else. If there's something in you that you truly don't believe in it won't touch you, bruv. It's similarly, if you know yourself, when they say know thyself, if someone wants to run up to me and go, "You're a liar," you lied to this person, I said it wouldn't touch me because I know I'm a truthful person. You get it? But if there was some part of me that knew I was a liar, I'd wonder how this person's found out about me.
Right. Why did you choose to step out of your Muslim beliefs after 11 years?
So for me, stepping out of my Muslim beliefs were a personal thing between myself and my father, who is Muslim. So I became Muslim for years, and then due to our relationship that had changed, I was young at the time, so that affected how I moved forward. But I always kept that same level of spirituality.
So you were born into Islam, you never reverted?
I was Christian.
Okay, and then reverted.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
fine.
it. And now I'm Christian, but I just see myself as a spiritual person. I don't
reverted.
Well, you can call it what you want at the end of the day, but it's about my.
Is that not an arrogant statement? This is what I'm talking about: arrogance and ego. Is that not arrogant?
What
to revert, meaning you were already it, and then you came out of it, and then you came back.
It's a word.
No, it's not, bro. With words come arrogance and ego. You can't say.
I'm not using the word. You are. So why?
Who said revert here?
I did.
All right, sorry, but I'm just saying the word is used. The word is used amongst the Muslim ummah. Yeah. Revert. You like you were gone. But you came back, innit, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the arrogance. It's like, what? What do you mean? I didn't know anything about Islam. Nah, you did. You're so new, and you just came back. It's like, how arrogant and egotistical is that, bro?
Right, hang on a second.
From who? Because no Muslim that I've ever spoken to has ever spoken like that to me about.
You haven't heard the term revert?
I have heard it, but no one's used that word towards me when I'm telling them that I've decided to move away from Islam and move back to Christianity, or just to find my own.
So you're an apostate then?
Call it whatever you want to call it.
That's what they will call you. They'll call you an apostate.
Who's they? You keep
Muslims.
saying they, but they don't. That's what I'm telling you. They don't. I'm here telling you.
It's in the book now.
They don't. So what if it's in the book? There's a lot of things in the book. It doesn't mean every single person by that religion listens and believes to every single line and word. It's different. It's across the spectrum.
So if you don't, if you don't follow the words and the book, because we were talking about this earlier, if you don't follow the words and all this kind of stuff and all the stuff that's in there, can you still call yourself a Muslim?
If you don't follow
if you don't follow it line by line, can you still call yourself? Because remember, Clint was saying, "Oh, well, are they? You can get taken out of the fold."
Some ISIS in terms of
he said because he decides apparently who you can get taken out of the fold if you don't do X. Yeah, so now you're no longer a Muslim. He said that a Catholic priest who molested a child when they were Catholic is no longer Catholic.
Well,
who makes that decision?
Yeah.
All right. Listen,
we had a point on that. I've got a point on that, but I want Clint to speak. Go on.
So the revert thing that you were talking about. Revert is a term coined by the enemies of Islam. For those of you that Muslims that are watching, you'll know that any of the hadiths that were any hadiths you read, no one was called a convert or a revert. Their previous belief, whether it was disbelief, Judaism, Christianity, or whatever it was, once they accepted Islam, their acceptance was referred to as taking their shahada on out, which is the declaration of faith, which is saying that I believe there's none worthy of worship apart from God, and that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his messenger.
If a Christian was to do that, they'll be baptized, right?
No.
So taking a shahada in Christianity is not baptism. In Christianity, though.
Baptism's a ritual, isn't it? So there's no baptism in Christianity. Shahada is just a declaration of faith, as baptism's actual ritual. That's
ritualistic, bro. Funneling billions out of the black community, and that is letting them. And the thing is,
what are the methods? When you say that?
Tithes, zakat.
Yeah, the giving.
The giving of any money.
Don't ever tie zakat into it, bruv. Don't even bother. Zakat is optional.
It's charity.
It's optional.
Yeah, but
if you want to give it, you give it. If you don't want to give it, you don't give it.
Is zakat one of the zakat one of the pillars of Islam?
Yeah.
Is
zakat one of the pillars of Islam?
One of the pillars of Islam is to give zakat.
Right. So then it's compulsory, isn't it? Because it's one of the pillars. So you can't be a Muslim if it's one of the pillars, right?
You can't be a Muslim if it is one of the pillars.
Hang on. If to be a Muslim, you have to follow the pillars of Islam, and zakat is part of the pillar of Islam. We talking about? How you telling me that I can't put them in the same thing?
Because you don't express and you never express the spiritual side of giving charity. You don't do that. You're just sitting there labeling billions of money, material, this money, that. You're not even talking about the way Muslims view the rewards, the spiritual reward for the physical handing over of the money, because you don't believe in that. So in your mind, it's all about the material, money this, money that, money. It's not always about that for the Muslim that has the money, that have the money enough to hand over some wealth, whether it be half a date. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, he said, give to save yourself from the hellfire, even give half of a date, and it will help you. Not in this life, not in this life. Yeah, I'm talking to you about. You don't have to accept it.
So I don't accept.
I don't accept what you believe. Yeah, I'm gonna start and I'm gonna finish. That's what's gonna happen.
That's what I said. It's one of the pillars. So
you have to. If you want to hand this over,
you've answered the question, and you've answered it yourself in the question. If it's one of the pillars that if you can, you give. But that doesn't mean that it's compulsory.
But remember,
if you can, it's a pillar. So the pillar is if I physically can give,
then
I
give it.
If
Exactly.
I can't,
but remember,
and I know genuinely in my heart I cannot give, then I'm still following the pillar because I'm doing it right.
Exactly.
He said that things can take you outside of the fold of Islam. That's what he said himself.
So
he's now deciding what takes you outside of the fold of Islam and what
no
don't.
problem.
If you don't follow the pillar, you can follow the pillar. If you don't, you did it. But what takes you out of the fold? Who decides this stuff?
Brother, you think to yourself, if you have the money to give and you choose to yourself, I'm not giving it because you want to be a miser. Then obviously now you're
because you want to be a miser.
Yeah, because you're being tight. If you have something to give and you choose not to give it, then you're going to incur a punishment because you could give it and you're choosing not to give it.
Okay,
that's what it means. Come on, use a bit of savvy.
Going forward, because we stuck on the zakat
part.
Ideology, we've stuck on the zakat part a lot. Wait, hold on, because you lot, it's like almost like I'm in a boxing match, bro. Like really, we're just focusing on your point, which you're saying, which is a massive statement.
That it's let the black community down.
Yeah. Right. So we went from the part of tithes and such. Let's continue going.
Okay, so I also believe it's let the black community down by stifling freedom of thought.
Sure.
Okay, so freedom of thought is essential for growth as a human being. If I come to you with a statement and your mind isn't free enough to actually listen to the statement instead of being bogged down by religious dogma, you can tell me, oh, you know what that is? That's because the devil and that's because the It's because what you are doing now is you are stopping people's freedom of thought, and you actually stopping them from thinking.
So you're saying that people don't have the ability to think, or black people don't have the ability to think? Is that what you're saying?
Everyone's
got the ability to think. If you're black and religious, then your brain don't work.
Everyone's got the ability to think. But when you say things like, if you don't eat a date, you're going to burn in hell, bruv. Or you don't give half a date or whatever. Where's your brain, bro? Like when you're saying that.
You're not even listening.
Do you understand the context of when these things were written?
Then
fantastic. Let's go there.
No,
because it's not that. Because there are principles that you can still follow and take things out. It's not about medieval. It's about being able to look past the literal word and realize it in the context of your current lifetime, culture, and years that we live in.
Exactly.
It's like there are many things written in books, Bibles, whatever, that when it was written, it's in context of the period that it was written.
So it's outdated then?
Well, it's not outdated because the values and the principles can still be used today. It's like, what, are the 10 Commandments outdated? What, thou shalt not kill, honor thy mother and father? Well, that's not outdated. We can't understand that in 2019.
So you're picking and choosing.
And the thing about the dates was this.
I'm saying that you just have to be able to interpret things into the modern day.
What about the talking snakes?
Pardon me?
Talking snakes.
What about
the Bible? Talking serpent. Yeah. Serpent talking. It's according to this modern day. We're talking about modern day and back then.
Yeah.
Was there ever a time when there was a talking snake?
I wasn't there.
But you wasn't there when the book was written.
Right. This is what I'm trying to say.
What's your point, though?
The point I'm trying to make is
what makes the difference if I was or wasn't?
Like the sister just said, she said, is it outdated? You said no. Right, but what you have to understand is mythology, bro. Neither one of us in here has ever seen a talking snake. So if I came up to you and told you that there was a talking snake, and I want you to believe me,
maybe you don't have the capacity then to understand what that message is in there. So maybe when
it's
an intelligence.
maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
No,
I'm
not
just saying
intelligent
personal. I'm not saying that I was intelligent.
Highly convenient.
So let me explain something.
Highly convenient.
Let me explain